Welcome friends. Today I am presenting a small video on the organs of United Nations. As most of us know, United Nations came into being in the year 1945, right after the Second World War. And it has been very successful till now because no Third World War has taken place. So I'll start with the organs. The first organ is General Assembly. The second one is Security Council. The third organ of the United Nations is Economic and Social Council. The fourth one is Trusteeship Council. The next one is International Court of Justice. And the last organ is United Nations Secretariat. I'll start with General Assembly first. Now, General Assembly is the main policy-making organ of the United Nations. It has around 193 members. Each year, in the month of September, the annual General Assembly session takes place. This year, owing to coronavirus, it might be delayed or might not happen at all. Now we'll discuss a little about the resolutions that are passed at General Assembly. There are two types of resolutions. The first one is passed with 2/3 majority and the next one by a simple majority. Now resolutions that are passed by 2/3 majority are related to peace, security, admission of new members, and the last one is budget related matters. Budget related to the United Nations. Other resolutions are supposed to be passed by a simple majority. Now, the last point under General Assembly is it elects General Assembly President to serve for a period of 1 year. Every year, for a period of 1 year, new election is made. We'll come to the next organ now, which is another very important organ of the United Nations, which is Security Council. Now, whenever somebody speaks or says Security Council, our discussion goes back to what is actually there around in the Indian media for the last so many years, that India should have also been a member of the Security Council, that Nehru got a chance to make India a permanent member of the Security Council, but he did not want it, he did not intend it, and that's one of the primary reasons why India could not become a permanent member of the Security Council. But we are not going into that detail much as of now, so I'll straight away come to other important details which are a bit away from all the politics that is there in the media. The first one is, what is the responsibility? So primary responsibility of the Security Council is to maintain international peace, Vishwa Shanti, international peace. There are around 15 members. 5 of the members are permanent and 10 are on the rotating basis, which are not non-permanent members of the Security Council. Now we all know which are the permanent 5 members. The first one is the United States, next Russia, next China, next United Kingdom, and the last one, France. Now, one thing that we need to keep in our mind is that Germany is not a permanent member of the Security Council. There's always a lot of confusion amongst students of law that Germany might have been or is a member of the Security Council, permanent member. But we should always remember that Germany was the country which ended up on the losing side of the Second World War, and the primary reason also for the Second World War. So it is not a member, although it's a developed country, but not a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. Okay, we'll come to the next point. Each member of the Security Council has one vote. Security Council takes lead to determine existence of a threat to the world peace. Next, it calls upon parties at dispute to settle it by peaceful means and recommends the methods as well. Security Council can resort to impose sanctions and authorize use of force for maintenance or restoration of international peace and security. This is a very important point. The last one is about the presidency. Security Council presidency rotates and changes every month. Not every year, but every month. Okay. With that, we come to the next organ, which is Economic and Social Council. It is the body for policy review and recommendations on economic, social, and environmental issues. Environmental issues is something that we always forget. A very, very important part of this. Next, it has about 54 members elected by General Assembly for a term of 3 years. 3 years. I'll move on quickly to the next organ, which is Trusteeship Council. Now, there's a certain background when we study Trusteeship Council. I'll quickly go through that. There were certain trust territories placed under the administrations or rather administration of 7 members of the United Nations. The council, that is Trusteeship Council's main purpose was supervision of these territories, of these trust territories rather. There were around 11 such territories, friends. So the 7 members who were given administration of these trust territories, they were to ensure that adequate measures are taken for their self-governance and independence. One very important thing that we should remember is by 1994, all these trusts, or rather trust territories, had become self-governed or independent. And therefore, the operation of this organ was suspended on November 1st, 1994. I'll come to the very next organ, which is International Court of Justice. Now, International Court of Justice is a very important organ. As far as law students are concerned, it's even more important because it's the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. It is it is located at Peace Palace, Hague. Hague is in Netherlands, which is also at times called Holland. It is the only organ of the United Nations which is not located in New York. That can be very important for your general knowledge. The only organ out of all the others which is not located in New York. it settles, in accordance with the principle of international law, legal disputes submitted to it by states. The states themselves, they have any issues, they go to the United Nations judicial organ, which is ICJ, for getting their issues or disputes resolved. Also, it gives advisory opinion on legal questions referred to it by any other organs of the United Nations and any other specialized agency of the United Nations. Okay, I'll come to the next organ now, which is the Secretariat. Now, Secretariat comprises of the Secretary General, who at present is Antonio Guterres from Portugal, and other UN staff who carry out the day-to-day work of the United Nations. Secretary General, this is very important, is the chief administrative officer of the organization. He's appointed by General Assembly on the recommendation of the Security Council for a term of 5 years. The United Nations staff members are recruited for working at duty stations all over the world. Now, friends, I've completed a very small topic on organs of the United Nations. If you have any query, you can ask me. If you have any comments, you can make. I'll keep updating new videos to this channel. I hope you liked the video. Do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.